And so, we are ready to rock and roll then for the consolation final. Cypher is ready, and Avec is ready. It's all good. And right now everyone's saying Av3k if Counter-Strike takes your fancy. You can pop across and witness that one. You can also pick up the Supreme Commander Grand Final on stream number 1 from the main stage here at I32. Right now we're underway on Frantic. And Cypher spawning high, drops down low to pick up the red armour. Now makes his way back towards pick up the rockets. He's not able to get there. Actually, Avec storming in there with the LG was able to pick up the rockets first. And that gives him a little bit of a strategical advantage if you can have a strategical advantage on such a small map. But nevertheless, he's stuck down low now with just 6 health. He's also got just a Hyper Blaster and a grenade launcher, and that's not going to be enough to get him out of trouble. And first blood falls the way of the pole. Cypher still stuck down there again. He's gone for the red armour once more. Hyper Blaster work coming back from Cypher was actually pretty good, and he's stolen the 50 away as well. If we flick over to Avec, and yeah, he's had to restore some health along that top corridor. LG and rockets in hand now, and see whether he can find his opponent, who has dropped back down to the red armour. Oh no, he hasn't dropped down to the red armour. He's done the catwalk leading back to it. Now he does go for the red, and Avec says, well, alright, fair enough, you can have that one. 50 bubble of health due any second now, and Avec waiting for it, and does get a little bit of splash damage off the rockets. Now comes back with the LG having collected that 50 bubble of health, the what we call the mega health of Frantic. Machine gun at long range here, and it's worked out quite well of him, and he's only got 48 cells left on the lightning gun, so we don't want to get too heavy on using that just yet, but finally does lick him as well. There's some smileys. And buggage, says Cypher. Well, yeah, in any language. LG wins for Avec, and he has a 2-0 lead, so fairly quiet start to this usually frantic map. The dummy little jump off the tall jump pad from Avec. Now pops through the teleporter, gets a rocket towards him, which didn't seem to do an awful lot of damage, I have to say, and he's baiting Cypher for the yellow, and that was a perfect play as well from him, and he will steal away the yellow now. He's at point blank range. If Cypher popped through the teleporter there, he might have even had a telefrag. As it is, it didn't work out. Now a couple of great rockets from Avec. He backs himself away and spins himself 360. Will come back in for the kill on the red armour though, and the 50 bubble of health not picked up on the way. Now he'll go back and collect it. Swinging around the corner with Cypher. He's got a shotgun in hand, and he's not able to find him. Now he's actually on the middle walkway. Drops down low and nearly falls into the acid, and then gets a second one, and Avec has now opened up a 5-frag lead. And I have to say, Avec and Toxjq have been in irresistible form this weekend at I32. Cypher's done well. He's come through some great games. Very narrow victory in the lower bracket with Dahang, who will now go on and finish 4th. And win himself $2,000, which is pretty healthy, I think, for 4th place. Not only that, Chance has finished 5th, Puri in 6th, Hell in 7th, and Nali in 8th. And you might ask, where the heck are Too Good and Garfield? Good question. Both of them finished 9th to 12th as we get another LG battle. It's Avec yet again, and he'll leave the rockets burning away in the acid. He won't bother picking those back up. Simos and Dozo are the other two that finished 9th to 12th. The top 3 will definitely be Toxjq, Avec or Cypher in any order. Toxjq, of course, can only finish 1st or 2nd now. Red armour is quite a long way from being spawned up, and Avec has left himself down there. Grenades being thumped down towards him from up high from Cypher, who I think might have had a little problem with the red armour in terms of time right now, and Avec is really motoring now with the LG. High yellow picked up now. He's looking to lock this one down as he drops down behind him as well. He's just above the hole in the floor right now, and Cypher finally gets himself on the board with the LG. And it's taken him a little over 4 minutes and 15 seconds as Avec thumps another rocket into the face of his opponent. And leads by 8-1, 10 minutes 30 gone, and you know, I haven't really seen Cypher do an awful lot wrong here. He's just not able to get into the game, so that's why it's difficult. I can't understand where he's exactly gone wrong. Avec, that 7-frag lead. We saw him earlier on, if you were joining us earlier and yesterday to a lesser degree really, but he does seem to be able to cope with very little health. Many times against Toxjq he had 4 health, 2 health, 7 health. Somehow seemed to get by with that, and those Cypher blasters being used very well indeed by Cypher. It's something that Avec is very good with. Cypher often mimicking his good friend. They are very, very good friends. Both relatively lucky youngsters, as Avec will pick up another one with a smiley to go with it. Thanks very much. Might get another one off the spawn. Really should get another one off the spawn, but might let him off here. No, he finally does get him after going up the jump pad. And that's 10-1 now. And well, Cypher might actually be thinking about map 2 here. He'll be quite pleased though that he's at least picked up third place. So, if for no other reason than many people didn't expect him to beat the hang. So, another exchange of spam. As we were saying, they yeah, very good friends, and only a year apart in age as well. They first came onto the scene, they were 16 and 15. Cypher showing up at the Giga Games in Russia as a spindly young 16-year-old and schooled the Grandmaster of Quake at his own game. That was when he really sort of found the headlines, although a lot of people didn't really notice him until he came to ESWC the same year and went all the way to the final, knocking out Toxjq and Caller on the way, and picking up second place in the tournament to wins. He was the shock surprise winner, some would say, with configs you like. Cypher's little story. Avec, on the other hand, has been somewhat of a big player since he came onto the scene. Coached, of course, by GGL's Carmack, and him an ambitious team manager in Bass from Serious Gaming, someone that was father figure to him, looking after such a young player. He was just 14 when he went off to his first tournament, and finished first at the Gathering in Norway, then won in Holland as well the same year, again in Quake 4, and again against a couple of good players, not massive good players, but he's beaten Forever and he's beaten Plasma and Serious as well, both in Norway, and from there he kind of met a bit of a problem in that he was only 14 or 15, and that made it very difficult to go to the big tournaments and had to concentrate on some of the small ones. Did appear at QuakeCon in 06 of course as well, doing reasonably well. He managed to beat Fatality that, and I remember the Americans standing by with a shock on their faces thinking, how is this kid beating Fatality? Who the hell is he? And where the hell's Poland? And now, of course, 2007, late 2007, he is pretty much considered to be one of the top 3 or 4 players that have ever played the game. Certainly, in my book, that's for sure. All us Sturmy and Toxjq. There's a nice rocket from Cypher, finally gets him his second frag on the ball. We've been talking for a while and time has been running down. 6:30 remaining, and Avec, well, the reason we haven't really been talking about the game is because Avec is just destroying Cypher right now. Although Cypher's put another frag on the board. It's the first time he's strung 2 together. Does need quite a few more though. 16-3 is the current score. Not quite in the sort of territory where... oh, a little rocket jump there from Avec, who's trying to put out the tricks here. That one didn't work though for him. Instead, Cypher will pick up the frag, and be careful now. As Avec, he's having some fun, but fun is fine when you're 16-2 up, but it's 16-5 now, and give away too many free frags, that's for sure. .40 left on the clock then. Grenade in hand, now switching over to the Hyper Blaster. Grenade back up onto the jump pad with a little trick. Shards collected top corridor, rockets in hand now as he finds Avec on the middle walkway. Tries to throw him off and push him down towards the hole, and he pushed him back a little bit with the grenades, but he wasn't able to be accurate enough. Oh, a couple of stonking little shots from the machine gun from Avec, and it's Really sent Cypher spinning away with just 14 health. Affected the yellow. He's waiting for the 50, and Avec, I think, will know now. That's exactly what he needs. Yes, indeed. 5s and 25s picked up on the middle ledge. Glimpse of health being battered away as those hyper blasters go flying down towards the exit of the teleporter. Cypher really not able to get close enough right now because he doesn't have the health or the armour. And that suits Avec fine. He has a little bleeps every time he catches Avec with some damage, but Avec crouched down now inside the red armour, and yeah, he's just keeping him away. It's great defensive play. Let's switch over to Avec and see how much health he's got. Well, actually, just 39, and that gives you an indication as to how well he did, because he had a lot of damage. It sounded like a lot of damage. 7 or 8 times you heard the bleep. And yet somehow Avec has lived to find another day. Well, it's in a frag now for around about a minute, and that's absolutely fine by Avec. He's really not too worried, and we saw this in the last game as well against Toxjq. He went very defensive with about 4 minutes to go, and that time round he had a 3 frag lead. This time round he's got an 11 frag lead.
Vote now. Vote passed.